How far you going, man?
All the way.
Good hello, 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 my fellow stinky visitor here in hell. I am smoking New York City diesel and drinking coffee with 2 teaspoons of raw sugar. Somewhere here in hell, someone is being disappointed, and another few million are worrying themselves sick about something. But I am comfy and cozy and safe in my cave. I hope, dear listener, you are not in agony at the moment. I hope you have something to look forward to today. Perhaps a tasty supper? A delicious dessert? This piece is entitled, How Old is Humanity? It was written and copyrighted 2023 by Alexander T. Newport and can be found in his book, Blue Are the Life-Giving Waters. Atypical Opinions and Conclusions from an Anomalous Philosopher. You can find his peculiar and amusing books at all Amazons worldwide. He appreciates, I say, he appreciates your appreciation. And listen, he doesn't usually behave like an asshole in person. He's fairly friendly and easygoing. Just don't ask him for any favours or money. Let us begin by counting down. 3, 2, 1.
How old is humanity? How long have these man-like creatures been walking upright and using their thumbs? Scientists believe Homo erectus was using fire and making tools between 1 million and 2 million years ago. I don't give a damn about all the other homos. If some man-like creature called Homo erectus had figured out how to build a fire and make useful tools, then that's good enough for me. He was obviously an intelligent dude. He was capable of thinking and feeling. He was capable of identifying problems and thinking up solutions. If he could figure out how to make fire, then he could certainly wonder what the fuck life was all about. He could certainly wonder about the origins of physical life. So I reckon, in relative terms, man has had at least 1 to 2 million years to think about gods and spirituality and enlightenment and cosmology and the meaning of physical life. And there is still no majority agreement on what the answers are. And most people don't think the answers through to their logical conclusions. And most people don't even give that much of a fuck about the questions. So why do we buy into all that elitist horseshit that the religions promote and perpetuate? Enlightenment, as a subject in and of itself, is nothing but make-believe, enjoyed by elitist-minded human beings. There's no fucking proof that Buddha or the Tao dude or anyone else holier than thou ever truly existed. And why is it that no one like them exists today? Because no one like them existed then. There is no convincing evidence that those guys, even if they did exist, were anything more than groovy con artists who, wittingly or unwittingly, expressed specific ideas and conclusions that impressed other human beings so much that those human beings felt impelled to offer those con artists food and shelter and other creature comforts. The Buddha made his living through talking. And so did all those other enlightened and holy dudes. They kept body and soul together by spouting philobabble. People brought them food and gifts based solely on what they blabbed about. There is no proof that humans are required to become religious or enlightened. Billions and billions of humans have lived and died without becoming religious, without adhering to any standards promoted and perpetuated by any religions or schools of philosophical thought. Billions and billions of them lived and died long before any of the ancient and modern-day religions were invented. The sun and moon and clouds and wind and thunder and lightning were their gods.